Hi everybody, and welcome to the KIPP Courage Academy virtual meeting. My name is Nobriga, and while I wish that I was able to do this in person and connect with every single one of you guys, I'm excited to be able to present this information. Like every great lesson, I want to start with a little brain activator. So I have 3 questions for you. 1, why did you choose to apply for KIPP? 2, what are your hopes for your child's future? And 3, what do you hope to learn more about today? I want you to keep those in mind as I present, because the goal is to hopefully answer a lot of your questions. If not, feel free to reach out. We're here for you. The purpose of this presentation is to do 2 things. 1, to teach you more about KIPP, so you can learn about KIPP and Courage Academy specifically. And 2, to talk about KIPP's commitment to excellence, student registration, and the start of our school year. Our agenda is we'll talk about the history. I'll introduce myself as the principal of Courage Academy, and we'll talk a little bit about Courage Academy's vision and values and everything you need to know to be successful in middle school. KIPP stands for the Knowledge is Power program, and it's a national network of charter schools that are free, open enrollment, and college preparatory to make sure that our students succeed to and through college. We were founded in 1994 by 2 Teach for America alumni, Mike Feinberg and Dave Levin, with the inspiration of Harriet Ball, their mentor teacher. Since then, KIPP has grown to over 240 schools across the country, and we currently operate in more than 31 communities across 20 states, including the District of Columbia. The brand new region for KIPP is Miami. While we've grown to educate over 100,000 students in kinder to 12th grade, KIPP is committed to make sure that our students succeed in college, and for that reason, we stick with our students even after they graduate to make sure they have the support they need and to make sure they always have someone on their side. Because at KIPP, we believe your demographics do not need to dictate your destiny. For that reason, our students are graduating at 4 times the rates of their peers, because KIPP is very unapologetic about who we serve. We work in underserved communities and make sure that our students succeed, graduate from high school, go to college, and persist and graduate with a college degree. We serve primarily African American and Latino students. 88% of our students are eligible for free or reduced lunch, and we serve students that have special services and are English language learners. So we do our best to make sure we're serving all kids so we can prove what's possible. In 2018, KIPP started the brand new region here in Miami with one bold vision, and that's that one day our nation will know Miami as a city of world-class public education. We started with KIPP Academy, KIPP Sunrise Academy here in Liberty City. It opened with kinder and 1st grade, and each year they grow 1 grade. They currently have 2nd grade students. And we also have KIPP Liberty Academy, which started with 5th and 6th grade. And our vision is to grow, so we eventually have every grade from kinder all the way to 12th. And next year we're opening 2 brand new schools. KIPP Royalty Academy opening with kinder, and KIPP Courage Academy, which is the school that your student will be attending, opening with a class of 6th graders. Here's a video so you can learn more about KIPP Miami and hear from our teachers, our families, and some of our students.
From a teacher standpoint, we're very, very engaged, and you're going to see teachers that really care about more than just academics, but care about the student as a person. Those are some of the things that make KIPP stand apart from traditional schools.
The teachers are so positive to the students.
These teachers here at KIPP Miami are really teachers that are here to love, support, and help the kids. Every time I say I need to meet the teacher, they call right away to see how my kid is doing.
It's just an awesome experience to have that connection with your child's teacher, and that your child know that you have that connection with the teacher. It's a better experience for them as well.
This school really takes the time to know you. It brings your courage, smartness, and everything that you would need to go to college.
KIPP builds the kids up to where they can learn more and more every day. When KIPP opened up, it was the best choice that a parent could make.
My experience have been fun. I would say that you have to keep up because we go to a fast pace, but it's worth it to get us ready for college.
Since the beginning of the first KIPP schools, it's always been KIPP to college, and now it's actually KIPP through college. So that has always been the mission, getting kids who wouldn't have those opportunities without a college education and really pushing them through, and KIPP has stuck with that.
So we talked a little bit about KIPP, a little bit about KIPP Miami, and now let's talk about Courage. Again, my name is Nobriga and I have the privilege of being the founding principal for KIPP Courage Academy. My journey starts in Venezuela. I was born in Venezuela and I came to the United States when I was about 9 years old. My mom has always been a visionary and she had big dreams for me, and unfortunately she knew that Venezuela wouldn't be able to provide the educational opportunities that we wanted. So we've been in this country, making it work, doing our best, and living in South Florida since I was 9. I went to middle school and high school at different schools between Broward and Miami. But by the time that I was a junior in high school, I knew that I wanted to be a Florida Gator. See, while my mom didn't know much about the educational system here in the US, she did know that Florida was a great school. And she knew that great schools really mattered. I had teachers like Miss Caicedo who believed in me and pushed me when I had doubts and when I thought that I wasn't gonna make it. And my mom is someone that's always been there for me to encourage me throughout my entire educational career. And I believe that students have families just like you who want what's best for them. And it's our job as schools to provide not just the academic skills that students need, but also the character strengths, the habits, and the confidence in yourself in order to succeed. Because I believe that you need to have the courage to believe in yourself in order to overcome obstacles, in order to follow your dreams, and in order to be successful. I've been devoting my life to education, and in the past 10 years, I've worked as a teacher, I've worked as a dean, and I've worked as an assistant principal. I started teaching in Houston in 2010 and joined KIPP in New York City when they were opening a brand new middle school, KIPP Washington Heights. And that opportunity really helped me understand what it took to open a school. I was there as a founding teacher and watched the school grow, and to eventually being given the opportunity to be a principal and come down with KIPP to Miami. This past year, I've been working on a principal in residence program that has allowed me to visit some of our best schools in the country and learn from some of the best principals from LA to Chicago to ATL. So I'm really, really excited about next year having the opportunity to help open KIPP's second middle school, KIPP Courage Academy. As I talk about Courage Academy, I want you to think about what resonates with you and how does this vision for our school align with your hopes and dreams for your child. At KIPP Courage Academy, we believe that as a community, we will maximize our limitless potential. By embracing our authentic selves and courageously striving for excellence, we meet each other where we are and push each other in continuous learning. With love, we affirm our identities, explore our purpose, persevere through our challenges, and celebrate our successes. Together as students, families, and staff, we live in alignment with our values to build a more just world. At KIPP Courage, everything we do goes back to our values. Courage, we live authentically, we take risks, we reflect, and we learn from mistakes in order to follow our dreams. Community, we explore who we are and where we come from. We show gratitude for our community and take care of ourselves and each other. Purpose, we make intentional decisions. We ask questions, we live mindfully in order to uplift ourselves and our community. Perseverance, we know that effort leads to mastery, so we do not quit. We embrace optimism and grit. And finally, love. We enjoy, we celebrate, we support, and we push ourselves because it's important to have a school that's founded based on the idea of love. Everything we do at Courage goes back to our values. Everything goes back to the why. In order for us to be able to persevere, we have to know our goals. In order for us to work as a community, we have to be clear on what the work is. And we always reflect and refine to make sure we're getting better for our kids and for our community. Finally, at Courage, we celebrate and we replicate what's working because we have to do this work because we love it. Part of KIPP's secret is, part of KIPP's success is that we're committed to high expectations. We know that our students will make it to and through college, and thus we have a curriculum that's really rigorous because that's what our students deserve. Our students deserve to be challenged, our students deserve to be pushed, so when they get to college, they have the skills that they need to be successful. We also have high behavioral expectations. We know every single one of our students can and will learn, and we hold our students accountable for being their best every single day. And finally, we know that high teacher and high family support is super important. So at KIPP, you can always count on teachers to be available. We give our cell phone numbers if you need help, and we'll be in contact with you a lot so you know how your student is doing in school and how we can partner to make sure we're working together. Once we get a chance to meet in person, we'll talk about KIPP's commitment to excellence, which is a document that outlines what we expect from students, what we expect from families, and what you can expect from us. It allows us to make sure that at the beginning of the year, students are really clear on what the expectations are and how we can work together to be successful. Because we believe it's like a tripod, and we need every single leg of the tripod to work in order to make sure our students experience success. In addition to all the academics, we work with our students to make sure they develop their sense of self. It's really important for us to talk about our values, to practice them, and to hold each other accountable for living them every single day. Number one is courage. Who are you and what do you hope to accomplish? We want our students to dream big. Number two, who are we and what makes us special? Who are we as a community? What makes us unique? What are our unique challenges? And how can we persevere together? Three, why do we do the things that we do? When we have habits, we teach our students to reflect to make sure that our habits are really serving us and helping us. And when students make mistakes, which we know they will, we pause and we reflect to think about the why we're making the mistakes that we're making. Finally, in order to persevere, we talk about what's getting in our way and what would it look like to not quit. We help our students develop that grit so they can succeed and overcome any obstacle. And finally, how are we demonstrating love? How are we showing love to ourselves and how are we showing love to each other as a community? People ask why courage. I believe that courage is what we need to make this world a better place. It is courage what allows us to learn from mistakes. It is courage what allows us to overcome obstacles. And it is courage what allows us to be our best selves. Next, I want to talk about what you need to do to make sure you secure your seat for Courage Academy. We're going to share some information, and we'll also send it out through email. So if you missed any one of these steps, no worries. But I just want to talk through what it would take for you to enroll, how to stay connected, and how to make sure you attend some of the events that we hope to have in person later in the spring. The first thing is please follow us on Instagram at KIPP Miami. We use Instagram to share a lot of information with our families and students. And we just got a brand new Instagram at KIPP Courage Academy. Right now we have 0 posts and not a lot of followers. So please be one of the first to follow us to learn more information. We'll be using this to make sure we keep you updated always. Number 2, here are some of the spring events. We have a welcome meeting now that's happening virtually, but in April we hope to have an art night and a game night for us to get together over games, snacks, music, and fun, get to know each other, build some community. In July, we're gonna have a huge barbecue together with Royalty Academy to welcome our newest families and our students. And in August, we'll have a back to school night where you'll get a chance to meet all our teachers and learn more about our school. The most important date is that we have our first day of school is August 24th. It's the same day as Miami-Dade Public Schools. We work in partnership with Miami-Dade. But we'll be starting a week before with a student orientation that will consist of half days. Our students will be with us from 7:30 to 1:30, and we'll really talk about the school and make sure we do everything we gotta do so we can hit the first day of school ready to learn and ready to succeed. Throughout the year, we'll also have at least 2 Saturday school events for families to come in to learn more about the school and be a part of the learning. I'm sure you have tons of questions, so I want to hit over some of the things that I hope you'll be wondering now. And if you have any other questions that we don't get to, please reach out so we can answer those for you. The first one is, how do you secure your seat and how do you enroll? We're going to send a link out along with this video that will tell you all the steps that you need and the documents you need to submit to make sure your child is officially enrolled for next school year. Some of those documents are going to be the birth certificate or a proof of birth, 2 documents that prove your address like a bill or a lease, and then you'll need your blue and yellow form, it's your immunization and health records, along with your driver's license to get your student fully enrolled. We will have an office where you can come in person to talk to us and submit the documents. We'll keep you posted on the dates for that as well. The office will be at the Liberty Square Community Center, and we'll be there between 8 to 12 and 1 to 5, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. KIPP Courage Academy is going to be a brand new building, a brand new school here in Liberty City. And next year we'll be working to build a building right behind the Liberty Square Center, a beautiful state-of-the-art building that's going to house both Courage Academy and Royalty Academy. However, next year, while we're working to build our permanent home, we'll have a temporary location. Right now we have 2 options for a temporary location, and we're deciding between this month and April to make sure we're ready for students in August. One option is right here on 63rd and 15th Ave. It's on the corner of the Liberty Square Center And one of the options is to use these empty apartment buildings to create a school with enough space for us year one. And the other option is right up the street of 79th and 17th. We're working with the Baptist Missionary Church to have some space to put some trailers down to have a temporary home for year one. Our uniform, we're working with the all uniform wear store to make sure families can purchase uniforms, and we'll even make sure that you get your first uniform shirt for free, so there's nothing that gets in the way of your students being ready for day one. We'll also talk to you about coupons that we have to support you in purchasing those uniforms, and we'll even have some patches available so you can purchase those as well. But basically it's a blue polo with the KIPP logo and either black or khaki bottoms. Shorts, skirts are okay. I hope this presentation answered a lot of your questions, but I'm sure you have a ton. If there are questions that we didn't get to, please reach out. You can reply back to this email, or you can also reach out to us through Instagram, as well as reach out to me. I'll be in contact with you guys. I texted you about the welcome meeting happening. Unfortunately, we had to switch to make it virtual, but we'll always be available to answer any of your questions or concerns. This concludes our presentation. We're super excited to meet you in person, and welcome to the KIPP team and family.